Hello and welcome back to Besiege, where I have made some more incredible things for you. Once again, this is the level of choice because the guys are enemies and they need to die and it's funny. So we will go ahead and start with this one. This is the good old wheelchair model with some modifications, and let's start with this kind of support for the frail legs of our grandmother, who is supposedly driving this thing around. Some feet support here, and then we can actually steer this thing now. I added some steering hinges so we can actually move in other directions besides back and forth. And then we have some suspensions for comfort, and I will show you in a second. Our grandmother actually has some incredible suspensions going on, hydraulic suspensions to be exact. And then we have some more pimping out I've done on this machine. So basically just add some more spikes everywhere, and afterburners for the wheelchair, because why not? And of course, if one has to go driving on a wheelchair, you have to go out in style. So the kind of steering wheel for the hand supports there are spiky balls to finish off and give it a finishing touch. So let's take her for a ride, shall we? So before I do need to check these contractable springs that are actually holding this thing together. It's L. Suspension works on its own, but then we also have the hydraulic, so to say, which is H. So let's go! Nice. Success. Let's take one more go at it. You can see the hydraulics in action. And some afterburners. Go kill those archers. Go! Yoink, 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 yoink. Even though the wheelchair fell apart, we were able to overrun those bastards. Quite literally. Okay. So that's just the basic wheelchair design pimped out. Pretty nice. Let's move on. I have my spinning death here, and this is a other kind of variation with, I guess, just basically more balls of fire. Okay. The force of the spinning blades on the bottom is actually a little too strong, so I will slow the machine down just a little bit. And you might have noticed these little puppies. They are the extending pistons, and I can actually yoink launch the balls, which makes them quite a bit more effective. Just gives the machine a nice kind of spin. Nice. Let's try one more time. Yoink! And the machine keeps spreading the balls around and keeps spreading the fire around. Yoink! So that's a nice little thing we have there. And quite enough to destroy all the little guys. But basically not the most incredible thing ever. The flaming balls are excellent. I really like them because they of course set things on fire, and the things that are set on fire, they set the little guys on fire, and so on and so forth, so the fire spreads. But making sure the balls actually go to the right direction is quite hard. I've also been experimenting with I guess I can just show you this kind of idea that I have a stationary spinning thing in the middle, and I'm just batting the balls around. I actually haven't tried this in this level, so we might just go ahead and try. Once again, I have one single spinning blade in the bottom to just make it go around, and one spinning block here for good measure. So let's actually try and see what happens. There's so many blocks, it's destroying the frame rate. Oish. Well, at least something gets destroyed. Can you stop, please? Thank you. So we have to go around maybe 25% speed. Okay, we got some smooth action going. There you go. And usually what happens is the central thing likes to get off and start destroying the constructs and actually going around and killing stuff by itself, because that's how the spinning blades work. If you put them on the bottom, they just do whatever the hell they like. It's reasonably effective, mostly due to the fact that I have a lot of blocks and a lot of fire, and the little guys just run towards it and set themselves and their friends on fire. So it's actually reasonably effective, but I would just like way more control. I would like to relaunch the balls from here to those archers that I want to kill. Yeah, right. So that's a kind of snack for you. This is not actually what I wanted to show you, but it kind of demonstrates the problem that my machines have. And even though I'm talking about this spinning blade on the bottom, and the problem with that is that even though it's incredibly effective in spinning things around, it actually creates so much tension for the machine that it usually breaks apart, and it's a random kind of that you can't really trust it in any way. And with that said, I have my last machine I wish to show you, and this is incredible, I think. So, taking into consideration what I just said, the spinning blades are great for motion, but you can't trust them. And they break apart the machine. So what is the optimal solution for this issue is just take it apart. Basically what I have here is like 5 times 5 times 3, I have 25, 75, I believe. 10, yeah, 25, 25, 25, 75 of these little buggers that are essentially just one block with 2 blades, ensuring that if they fall on any side, the blades will still keep spinning and still keep propelling the block. And of course they are blades, so they kill everything. Yes, they are extremely random, but that's the fun part of it. And on the other hand, because there's just one block, it cannot break the structural integrity of the machine, because there is none. And in this, at least in this version of the game, the blades cannot actually you can't detach the blades. There's no way for the blades to detach themselves from the lock. So I will just show you what happens. This is what happens. And my frame rate is getting destroyed. But zone conquered. And let's take it with some slow-mo. Maybe 60% I think was around the optimal. So we should get a little slowdown, but after that it should be smooth sailing. Let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. And we can appreciate the murder. So they are essentially random walkers that just go wherever the hell they please, but in doing so they just go to town with these little guys. And due to the nature of their randomness, they just go all over the place, and not necessarily where you would want them to go, but they still cover the map, and given enough time, for example in this map, they will kill each and every one of these little guys, due to the nature of how random actually works. And you can see they just clear out the map sometimes really quickly. There's a couple of guys here that will get destroyed sooner or later, or one of the guys doing a little ballet here. And you can see, even though the blocks are burning and hitting everything, it doesn't affect them in any way. It's just one block, so you can't break off. It cannot be destroyed, essentially. So in a sense, this is the ultimate machine. It's unbreakable, essentially unbreakable, because there's nothing to break. I love it. So there you have it. 4 more machines I've shown you. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I sure as hell did enjoy making these little buggers and playing with them, and I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.